Hi, I'm Ange, and we're at the All Holden Day Dandenong, and you're watching Bumper to Bumper.
Ever since I was a child, I've loved automobiles. My father drove a V8 Dodge, big old shiny wheels. To him it was just transport with little to endear, but that old car would set the course for me throughout the year. Bumper to bumper, we love them old cars, be it Ford or...
Okay, Ange, g'day and welcome to the Dandenong All Holden Day. How you going, buddy?
Good, thank you, Rusty. Yourself?
Yeah, good, thanks, mate. First of all, you got a 72 LJ Tirana Tribute. Beautiful looking car, mate. How long you had it for?
Geez, 33 years coming up, Rusty. It was my first car that I bought.
Oh, was it? And you still kept it? Well done, mate.
I did, yeah. I've kept it and won't let it go.
All right, now, you didn't buy it brand new then?
No, I didn't buy it brand new. No, it was a few years old, but it was in good condition back then.
All right. Now, you've had it for so long. What have you done to the car recently to get it to this standard? Because this car is a standout at the moment. Right.
Well, I haven't done much to it, to be honest. I've just kept it in good condition. I did do the engine bay, basically stroked the engine, 210 stroker in it. Put a 9-inch diff because I'm sick of blowing all the 6-cylinder diffs up. And just kept it in the same condition.
Right, so you've had this car in this condition for that long?
Correct. It's the same paint from back then. I never painted it. I did do the interior back in the 90s and the engine back then. I've got a few cars. I mean, that's my family. I've got a few toys I've built up over the years. My brother got me into it with EHs and stuff, so I've got a few cars and that. I try to get them out as much as I can. Like today, I've got a couple of cars here, so I've got a good friend of mine, Sam Ferrer, to drive one.
Yes.
As you know, I like to take them out once a week when I can. Yes.
Yeah, no, well done. Now the other car, 1964 EH Holden,
yes.
Beautiful car as well. Have you had that for the same amount of time?
I've had that for 26 years. Yeah, so I don't let go of things, mate, when I hold on to them.
Okay, that's good. I can see that's why you got your hands in your pockets.
That's right. So yeah, it's a 1964 EH Prem, which I painted that back in 2000 as well. So that's just 20 years old, and just basically recently had the interior done all brand new leather.
Beautiful, mate. Both immaculate cars. That's what I like. You know, really fastidious.
Yeah, I'm sort of got a bit of a problem when it comes to doing things. I do it 110% or I don't do it at all. I've followed my father's footsteps there.
No, well done. And how are you enjoying the Dandenong All Holden Day for 2019?
I think it's great. I haven't had a good chance to get around yet because just getting talking to people, friends come up and say hello. But it's a great day, great weather. It'll be a fantastic day.
We've got a great crowd looking out upon all the cars and a whole range of different cars, both classic and newer cars as well. That's what all Holdens are all about.
Exactly. It's good to see all the eras and the way they park them individually as well. So you won't get a better Holden Day than this.
All right, Ange, I want to say thank you very much for being on Bumper to Bumper. Beautiful cars, mate. Well done. And for having them so long, they're just a credit to yourself as well.
Thank you very much, mate.
All right, mate. Cheers. Sam, g'day and welcome to Bumper to Bumper. How you going?
Good, thank you, mate. Yourself?
I'm going excellent today. We're here at the Dandenong All Holden Day for 2019. You've brought your beautiful Warwick Yellow HK 1969 Monaro.
Yes.
Mate, what a stunner.
Thank you. I bought this car 3 years ago.
Yeah.
It took about 2 years to restore. I bought an unfinished project.
Oh, okay. That would have been a bit scary.
It was. I was lucky because the body and paint was done. So all I had to do, get everything chrome, stainless all done, interior all underneath. So and got it all done and put together. So it took probably 2 and a bit years to do that. So
Now, with Monaros being so expensive these days, how'd you pick up this car 3 years ago. If you can say the price, you don't have to.
No,
but-
I was pretty lucky back then. It was expensive back then for a car that wasn't together.
Yeah.
But when today's price was pretty good. Yeah, I paid 66,000 for it, but yeah, as I said, it was unfinished, and then I had to spend a lot more to
Yeah.
finish it off. Yeah, to get it to this condition, yeah, it took a lot of time, effort, and money to get it to here. And I've got to thank Andrew from Automotive Restoration in Brayside.
Yeah.
He did a lot of work on this car, and attention to detail too.
All right. Now, this car is a 6-cylinder.
Yes.
Right. So what engine has it got in it?
It's a 186S.
Right.
Factory 186S. It should have an Opel gearbox, but
Yes.
it's running the Aussie 4-speed at the moment, but we are going to put the Opel gearbox back in it.
Right. So is your intention for this car is to get it back to originally?
All original, yes.
original.
It's only the 1%ers now to get it back.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, so
All right.
where it's 95% done.
All right. Well done, because it's a beautiful looking car. What have you done in regards to restoring this car?
Well, mechanically wise, I got the car all running.
Yeah.
As I said, body and paint, and Andrew from Automotive Restoration, he put all the stainless bumpers, all the windows in. So he done all the cosmetic kind of thing, and I've done all the mechanical side of things.
So how long has it been on the road for now, mate?
Since July last year.
Right.
So took it to Motor Classica in October last year,
Yeah.
and it did well.
Yeah.
It won 2 awards there. So it won the Best Australian and USA class and People's Choice Award.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Well done. It's a standout car. So you wanted to make sure it was trying to get back to 100% original.
yes, yeah.
Now, obviously you're in a car club. What's that car club?
I'm in 2 car clubs.
2?
Yes, I'm in the Monaro Club of Victoria.
Yep.
And the Monaro Club owners. So
Yeah, okay.
both fantastic people.
Yep.
And so like both clubs.
How are you enjoying your day here at the Dandenong All Holden Day?
Oh, I love it. The only thing I haven't put on is my sunscreen yet.
Oh, better do that, mate.
I'm going to get burnt if I don't do that. Yeah. So
Okay, and lots of Holdens here, of course.
yes, there is. On the oval, there's a lot of beautiful cars out on the oval, and there's a few nice HKs, T's and G's out on the oval. And
Yeah.
yeah,
All right. Now, obviously, you must get a lot of looks when you take this car out as well.
I do. And it's pretty scary when you get beside people, and it's great when they're doing their thumbs up, but when they're doing it and they're driving, it's pretty scary. So yeah.
Well, you just keep your eyes on the road
Yes.
and your hands on the wheel.
Oh yeah, we took it to the Monaro Nationals in Tassie,
Yes.
and a lot of my friends were saying, "You're an idiot to put it on the boat."
Yeah.
And I go, "No, we'll be right. We've got insurance anyway." So
Yeah.
yeah. So did well at the Monaro Nationals too
Yep.
in Tassie.
And Tassie's a great place to actually go cruising too.
It was. We had there was 5 of us from the Monaro owners group.
Yep.
And we just cruised around Tassie for 3 days, and best experience of my life anyway. Down at Tassie.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So.
All right, Sam, I want to say thank you very much for being on Bumper to Bumper.
Thank you, mate.
Mate, beautiful car, well done. Attention to detail is great, and good to see you at the Dandenong All Holden Day.
Thank you. Thank
Okay,
you,
cheers.
Russ.
Okay, Kevin, g'day, and welcome to Bumper to Bumper. How you going?
Yeah, good, thanks, Rusty. Yourself?
Yeah, very good, mate. Better now that I'm sitting behind this beautiful looking Tirana. Now, we're here at the All Holden Day. What is the Tirana make and model you got this car?
So it's 1977 LX SS hatchback.
Yes.
That I purchased from the original owner last year.
Because this car is a very original car, isn't it?
Yes, it is. So the original owner was a policeman,
Yep.
and he didn't believe that cars should be modified, that
Yep.
they should stay exactly as Holden put them out of the factory.
Yep.
So he did not want anything touched on it. And in fact, to buy it off him, I had to promise him that I wouldn't be modifying it either.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so no flares and no spoilers or scoops or anything like that
Yeah,
on it.
and that's one of the things I like about this car. So it's so genuine. Now, was he the original owner?
Yes, he was.
So this you're only the second owner now
Second owner
of this car.
This car, yes, yes.
Now, that guy who owned it, the policeman who owned it, must have had a good foresight to be able to maintain the car and just leave it as original, because it's a beauty. It's like a time capsule.
Yeah, it is a bit, and he took it off the road in '92 for whatever reason. I mean, he'd obviously looked after it. He said it was his pride and joy, but took it off the road. But he kept it registered for quite a few years afterwards, and just left it sitting in the garage. And when the only time it was moved was to move house. And then last year decided, advancing age, maybe time to move it on. Yeah. Maybe a bit of pressure from the missus. And he put it up for sale.
Yeah, if you don't mind me asking, because I know that Aussie muscle cars are becoming pretty expensive these days. What did this set you back?
85.
85 grand, mate.
85 grand.
Mate, now, do you think that was a good bargain?
The thing is, people have said, you paid too much for it, but how often do you get the original car, buy off the car original owner with all the paperwork and get to talk to them about it, see all the receipts, see all the books and everything with it, So yes, it's a lot of money, but it's not often, and there's so many fakes and so many, cars are done up, you never really know the original history. So,
true.
So to me, it's worthwhile.
Right, that's the most important thing, because obviously you're a Tirana guy too, I know, we've spoken off camera, but you are a genuine, pretty much Tirana guy who loves Tiranas.
Loves Tirana. This is my 7th Tirana.
Okay.
I've been in Tirana since about 1982, but an XU1 is an everyday drive.
Now,
so.
what was one of the most famous Tiranas you had?
I had 72 Bathurst XU1, X-Race car.
And?
It was ordered by Dick Johnson from the factory. So it came out of the Brisbane plant, never went through a dealer. That was fully race prepared. Had a very hard life, 27 owners, lots of smashes, not the original owner. So unfortunately sold it to buy the first house. And I could not afford, even selling this, I could not afford to buy that car back now with the history that it's got. So.
All right, well, let's get back onto this original deal. So you're refurbishing this car just to make sure it gets up to, let's say, roadworthy condition, I would think.
Correct. So no modifications whatsoever. Only things I have to do, recoring the original radiator. I mean, things like hoses you have to change and ball joints and bushes, but trying to keep the original patina and trying to preserve the originality of the car.
Now, do you try and source NOS parts as well?
If I can, yes. For instance, the master cylinder lead is a NOS part, so where I can. But things like NOS bushes aren't very practical because they're going to be 40 plus years old and they're not going to be much better. So, things that like all the rubber bits and pieces, I think you have to go with reproduction.
How happy are you now that you've got another Tirana back in the garage and so original?
Look, I'm extremely happy with it. It's actually not a bad thing to drive. I'm used to drive. I've got the modern Commodore that I drive every day. And I was fearful that jumping this, that it would be a bit of a, bit rattly or horrible to drive. They're actually pretty good. They're not a bad thing to drive. And it just puts a smile on my face every time I drive it,
Well worth the money then, eh?
Yeah, for me anyway.
Yeah, of course. But look, not only are you buying it for yourself, and obviously it could be like a super payout as well down the track, because obviously Aussie muscle cars are getting quite expensive these days. I think of my HQ coupe that I bought 16 years ago for $6,000. Now, I hate to think what it's worth now, but it's not the money. It's about, having something that you really, truly love.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, I'd like to think in a few years it would have gone up in value, but even if I just get money back, I will have enjoyed it so much in those few years. So,
All right, now what's it running? Because I don't think we talked about that yet.
253 with the 4-speed.
Oh, yeah. How's the 4-speed go?
Yeah, it's not too bad, actually. It's, you hear horror stories about agricultural, but it actually drives pretty good. So the only option in it was the factory alloy wheels, which are pretty rare. You don't see them very often. When I first saw it advertised, I thought, I've got to change the wheels back to original. But the original owner swears this is the way it came out on the showroom floor. That's what he first saw it in United Motors. And I've done a bit of research, and yes, they are genuine. So.
Fantastic. All right, and interior-wise, still original interior?
Mostly original on the interior. It's got the original door trims. The seats, the inserts in the seats were replaced with a basket weave because the golf ball wasn't available. So I do have some NOS material, and I will restore that back to original.
Over time.
Over time, yes.
All right, so how long? Sorry, just to remind the viewers at home, how long have you actually had it for now?
I've had it for 13 months now.
Yeah, okay. It does take time, and when you spend so much on the car, you've got to, let's say, put a budget together to finish off the things that you want within your own time frame.
That's right. right. You've got to be doing other things rather than working.
Yeah.
You've got family, got responsibilities at home, only so much you can spend, so work on it as I can when I can.
Right. Now, how are you enjoying? You're right out the front here at the Dandenong All Holden Day. How are you enjoying the day?
Oh, it's fantastic, yeah. Seen some lovely cars out there, met quite a few people that I know in the Toronto and Monaro community, so having a great time.
All right, well, I want to say, Kevin, thank you very much for being on Bumper to Bumper. Love the originality of this Toronto. Beautiful. Keep it as it is, as a time capsule, and I wish you all the very best.
Thank you, Rusty.
All right, cheers.
Appreciate it. Take care.
Okay, John, g'day and welcome to Bumper to Bumper. How you going?
G'day, Rusty. I'm going well, and how are you?
Mate, I'm going terrific. Now, today we're at the Dandenong All Holden Day, which is brought to you by Rotary. You're a representative spokesperson for Rotary in the Dandenong All Holden Day. You've got to be happy about the weather and the turnout today, mate.
I'm so excited. It's just been the perfect day for a car show. Look at the sky. It's all sunny and there's no rain, there's no wind. What more could you want?
All we want is more cars, but we've got plenty of those right here today.
We've got lots here today, lots of old and new and enthusiastic car people that are here.
Yeah, no, it's
displaying their
fantastic.
cars. Yep.
Now, what happens with a car show like this? What are Rotary involved in the car show?
What we're basically doing is we're raising money for the local charities, and all the money that we raise today will go to all the charities in the Dandenong area. So we've got Handbrake, the Windermere Society, we've got the Inter Hills Men's Shed. All the funds go to helping out other charities, so we get nothing out of it, but we're helping everybody with their needs.
Now, what's it like to put on a show like this, mate? Because it must be a big event. You must have a lot of people helping out.
It's a massive task. As you can see, we've probably got about 500, 600 cars here, and we've got food vendors, stall holders, and lots of these cars are being judged. So putting all the judging paperwork together takes a lot of time, and I think we've got about 118 trophies or so that we're going to be giving out.
That's a lot of trophies. And when they get given out?
At about 1 o'clock today, so.
All right. Well, mate, I want to say it's turned out to be a real ripper day, heaps of cars. I've already interviewed a few people, got a few more people to go, and just enjoying the day myself, to be honest.
I've been having a tremendous time, and I thank you for coming in. And
no worries at all, mate.
Looking forward to seeing you again.
Okay, cheers, John.
No worries, Rusty.
Len, g'day and welcome to Bumper to Bumper. How you going?
Good, thanks, Rusty. Thanks, mate.
Now, we're at the Dandenong All Holden Day.
Yep.
You've got your 1969 HT Prem station wagon.
Correct.
Mate, jet black, looking absolutely immaculate.
Thanks, Boa. Thank you. Appreciate it.
That's all right, mate. Give credit where the credit is due. Did you restore this car?
Yes, I did.
You kidding me?
No, not kidding at all.
All right. Are you a professional panel beater or a mechanic?
No, I'm not.
No, you're not?
No, I'm not.
How'd you get such a great finish to this car?
A mate of mine who's a panel beater, retired, did all the work for me at home, and it took us about 7-8 years. Yeah. And slowly we did all the work ourselves, and and it's a result.
All right. Now let's go back a couple of steps. How long have you actually owned the car for?
I've owned it probably 17, 18 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And why'd you first buy the car?
It was an old. I used to use it as a work vehicle. I'm a painter and decorator by trade. Right. So load up your paint, your ladders, and all that. It was a work car for a long time, and I retired it because it was getting pretty rusty, and I put it away and slowly started the build on it. Right.
So you didn't think about selling it at that stage.
No.
Why not?
I've got 2 other HTs at home. Yeah. So I love them. So I've got space to keep it in the garage. Yep. So I just put it away and then we got started on it.
All right. Now, what gave you the inspiration to actually start on it and to do a complete resto on it?
I've never built a car from scratch. I've had a lot of them over the years. Yeah. You know, I've done like mechanical rebuilds and things like that, but I've never pulled the car apart and completely done it from start to finish. So that was the inspiration to do it.
All right. Now, I would think that would be a very daunting exercise.
Yes, it was very daunting. Very painful, very daunting. Yeah. But a lot of patience and a lot of help from some close friends. Yeah. And we slowly we got started.
All right. Now, what was it like at the start to actually, when you broke it down, got it back to bare metal?
The car was straight, but all the hang-ons had rust. The front guards, the doors, quarter panels, even around the roof. Just all the outer skins were all rusted out. The seals are good, the floors are perfect. So it was basically salvageable. It wasn't rotted out completely. So we basically got a grinder onto it, started cutting a line through, and started from there.
What were some of the challenges for yourself to actually restore this car then?
The challenges. The
ones that really stick out, where you really had a headache thinking, I should give this up and just...
I had that thought every day, but my mate, his name's Mad Dog, he's the guy who did all the body work. He just laughed at me, he goes, don't worry, we'll sort it out. And just a few basic hand tools, a grinder, a vice in the vice, and he just slowly started cutting pieces out and tapping pieces together and welding them in, and I just watched this guy work. And that was inspiration to just let him go.
I was going to say, it sounds like he's a good mate, and obviously that mentorship to help you get through that process.
Well, when we started, I said to him, if we start this project, you've got to finish it. And he promised me he would. And basically he would come around one day a week, and sometimes you wouldn't see him for a few months, and then you'd see him, and I just let him go. And because of
let the dog go, let the mad dog go.
Let the mad dog go, and he just gave it 100%.
Now, how'd you get all the parts for the car as well? You know, some of the chrome trim, or
it was all in the car. The car was complete. So basically, I polished up. It looks like a big budget build, but it's not. Basically, all done in house. I polished up what I could myself. I've got the new bumpers that I got re-chromed, but the rest basically I polished up myself. And same glass. Cleaned up the glass, and basically that's it.
Mate, and how did you get so much of a good finish on this car? Because obviously black,
a lot of hours, but all the prep on the body work. And
pays dividends, doesn't it?
A lot of hours just blocking it down. Use those American Dura blocks, those big long blocks. And he'd never used them before, and I'd seen them on the internet, and I said, let's try these blocks. Because he would have done it with a small block. And he goes, these are fantastic. So I just let him go, and he was learning and I was learning, and that's the result.
Well, look, I'm just amazed at the finish of this car, because obviously black, it shows all the imperfections of the car.
It does.
Now, there's no imperfections on this car, but how do you find maintaining it now?
It's a nightmare. It scratches just looking at it. So I've tried everything, but now I've got my routine, and I'm able to maintain it. But like once a year now, we'll give it a light buff with the scratches where you put your hands in that. But apart from that, it's been okay.
All right. Now, what is the feeling and the experience of getting in the car and driving it now?
Because it took 8 years to build, I wasn't that excited when I first got it on the road. I think I was a bit overwhelmed by the whole build. But after a few months of driving it, it's slowly, because getting the bugs out of it, and now that it's pretty much bulletproof, now I've got a smile on my face. Like you today coming up to me, and I'm getting some great reaction from people. So now it's totally worth it.
So here's the thing for all the viewers watching at home who may or may not have done a restoration on a car. What would your comments be to them as a bit of advice?
You've just got to hang in there. You've just got to persist. There's a lot of one step forward, 3 steps back. You make mistakes, and I made plenty of mistakes along the way. But like I said, I took my time. So sometimes it would just sit there for a few months, and we'd mull over it, and we'd try something else again, and you get there, but you've just got to hang in there.
Right, mate. Once again, beautiful car. Love it. Well done for looking after it. Appreciate and thank you for being on Bumper to Bumper.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, folks, that was another episode of Bumper to Bumper, the classic car TV show that's all about
people,
power,
passion.
I'm Rusty.
I'm Ella.
Good night.